Hey YouTube. The reason why I'm doing this video today is to finish up on Black Isn't Black. Not really finish up, but to do the second half. I told you that the goal and agenda for a lot of different cultures is to have women be whores, mammies, and maids, as well as the male figure being out there promiscuous, pretty much fathers that are not taking care of their children, and men that are laboring in so many different areas that isn't beneficial to the home, but rather brings forth some source of income to the home. um for me, the reason why I talk this part, I want to talk mostly about parents having children, bastard children, that are not in marriage. You're not married. You are not getting married. The guy that you pretty much have the kid from, you really don't want to be with. And then you also have those situations where you're with the guy and you want to be with him, but he doesn't see you as a woman. He doesn't see you as what you're supposed to be. And this is also happening with the males, where you guys are dating young women and the women are just dating you. They don't see you as a man. They don't see you in a male figure role. They don't see you as more than just a boy toy. That's pretty much what you are to them. You're just a boy toy. They something for you to play with for the moment. You're not something that's permanent to them. They don't see you as a permanent situation, but they just see you as a situation that they're dealing with at the moment. And this brings about mammies and pappies and stuff like that that have children, but are not really in the capacity or the role mindset type setting to actually be bringing forth these children. These children are being brought out of wedlock. You're not married to this young woman. You don't even see her as marriage material, but you done had a good time. And now there's a baby showing up and you don't know what to do. And the craziest thing, society is boosting this along, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you start having sex with another person, let's say a young person, you're having sex, you two are enjoying each other's company or whatever the case may be, at some point there's going to be something. I don't know if it's that shadowy figure that's in the background or some messed up person that sits up there and tells you, okay, you guys been together for God knows how long, or just for a temporary short period or whatever, and then you start having unprotected sex. I knew him for a century before, so it shouldn't matter, type thing. And you start having unprotected sex, you start doing things like as if you're a married couple, but there is no marriage there. And now you have illegitimate children that are now going to be preyed on because they're not from a marital setting. These are considered bastard children. And when they call bastard children, guess what? I'm one too. I'm one of those type of kids that was pretty much not raised in a two-parent home, not raised by my biological mom and dad, not, well, I was raised by my biological mom. I wasn't raised by my biological dad. And you're dealing with a setting where you're not really raised by people. I'm not going to say people. I'm going to say you're not really raised in the environment that you should be raised in. That's how I'll state it. You're not raised in the environment that you should be raised in, and you're not raised the way you should be raised. So now I remember my son coming to me one time and he said, "Mom, I had no proper foundation with you." And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you are correct. I couldn't lie to the kid. I couldn't tell him, look, you had a good foundation. I probably wasn't the best or whatever. And It's true. He did not have a proper foundation with me. I was on welfare, I was on food stamps. I could not really afford to support him in the earlier years. Close to the mid years, I was a workaholic. So he really didn't have someone that he could talk to. None of the children did. You know, I was too busy trying to provide that I forgot to actually be there, you know. But that was the best that I could do at the time, just be a provider, you know. And then, you know, I brought my mom into the home to help assist with the kids so that things would be better for them. And that was a whole bunch of other stuff too. So the children really did not have a solid foundation. My children didn't at all because I had got caught up into the traps of Manny and not mom or mother or being what I'm supposed to be. I got caught up into the mammy trap where I'm there and I'm gone. You know, I take care of you for a little bit and I can treat you like as if you're not mine and I'm gone, you know? And that's not the type of thing that you really want to present to your children as a parent. And that's something that, you know, I'm trapped dealing with right now as well when I'm trying to be a more fit, more productive, more better parent. I'm sitting up here now just trapped and saying, hey, you know, I'm just mammy. You know, it's not much I can do, you know, type theater, dramatic type play type craziness because of all the different stuff that has stemmed from people doing malicious and attacking things towards this family. But the biggest thing I need people to understand at this point, this mammy situation that they're trying to draw young women into is multiple kids, multiple baby daddies. So none of these kids is from the same man. They're trying to put you in a situation where you look more like a whore instead of a mom. You know, you have multiple kids, multiple baby daddies. You don't know who the baby daddy is. You know, and I can understand because sometimes you don't even know who the baby daddy is because of rape situations. You know, that's called forceful mammying. They're gonna force you to have a child, and then on top of forcing you to have that child, now you have to be a provider for that child because now we have laws that say, okay, well, they're not wanting you to abort the child, you know, or whatever the case may be. And we're already going through a situation after aborting the child, which is your child. You have no rights to that child. So if they decide to grow that fetus to full term and whatever they choose to do to it, whether they choose to use that child as a scientific project, you have no rights to that fetus. You have no rights to them actually bringing that fetus to life. And this is something that we as people have to understand even when we're getting abortions, you know. It's so much surrounding this situation, you know, till it's ridiculous. And you don't have people that's supportive anymore of you actually being a legitimate parent and doing things the right way because the job is not supportive anymore. You don't get that families at 5 o'clock. We eat every day at 5 o'clock. There's no consistency with anything in our lives, nor the children's. And it's bad. I'll finish up this one on the next video. I'm sorry my time is cut short. I want to talk more into that. I want to get more into that and just explain some things that I'm feeling, some things that's going on, some things that's happening and viewing. Until next time, you guys stay blessed, stay focused. Make sure you take care of our babies. Have a good one.